Hey guys, welcome to the video. This is the latest episode of Skyrim modding news where we discuss, speculate and debate on the topic of a mod of my choice. In this episode today we are talking about Skyrim Extended Cut, which is a brand new overhaul mod that you're going to want to install. Now, we are all waiting for the Elder Scrolls 6, but in reality that game is still so many years off, and while we wait for that, we need to sate our thirst. But since we haven't had a single player Bethesda game in 5 years, and we are still waiting for any solid news about Starfield, what are we to do? As you guys know, I have made 2 previous videos on 2 massive mod projects that might fill the void while we wait for the Elder Scrolls 6, that being Skyblivion and Skywind. But we don't have anything that really changes Skyrim, do we? Well, now we do. Today we are taking a look at a special mod project called Skyrim Extended Cut, which aims to totally overhaul Skyrim's main questline as well as many other features that come with it. Now, I know what you're thinking. Todd Howard has made an anonymous channel with no mention of his name to release Skyrim for the 25th time, and while I think that may be true, we might as well go on a deep dive into this mod, because the release date is so close. But not only does this overhaul the main game and the main quest, but we have confirmation from a trailer that it overhauls the Dragonborn DLC as well. This mod project is incredibly well designed, with reimagined writing, as well as dynamic followers and redone voice acting. Before we go into any further detail, I'll play the trailer for you now. All the clips used in the video will be left as a link in the description.
A living Dragonborn is standing in front of me. If the legends are true, the fate of Tamriel rests in your hands.
The scrolls are beyond mortal understanding. Give the lexicon to me.
I am with you, Dragonborn.
We are the Blades, and today we fight back!
Cuddy!
It's an adventure. Don't think about the monsters.
Fortunately for you, I can help your problems go away.
Why have you brought me here?
This is a terrible plan. I just want you to know that.
None will stand in the way of my destiny. Not even a Dragonborn.
As you can see, they aim to overhaul pretty much everything found in the game. We'll go into more detail on almost every point made in the video. We'll start off with the voice acting. As you heard during the video, a lot of the voice actors in this video sounded amazing, but not every voice is going to be reworked. They will most likely keep most, if not all of the voices used in the original game, just adding more characters, or if need be, adding to the original voice actor's lines. As you heard, Mirak's voice was reworked for some extra lines. Now I highly doubt they scrapped everything the original voice actor said. Maybe they wanted to rework some of his lines, but I would imagine that not all of it has been reworked. If so, that would be a massive undertaking that would make this project way better in my opinion, but would be slightly unnecessary. But then again, that's just my opinion. Now, one thing I do want to point out is that we see a brand new scene in the first few seconds, this being when the Dragonborn is confronting Alduin. We see the Dragonborn standing around burned flaming buildings and with a sword in his hand and his armor adorned. We also see Alduin sitting atop a tower and staring at the Dragonborn. I wonder if they will be doing this for most of the game, that being redoing iconic scenes. like when the Dragonborn sees Alduin for the first time, or when they meet Paarthurnax on the peak of High Hrothgar, or something like that. Just adding more of a flair and dramatic effect to help out with the whole feel of the overhaul. Also, the game is adding more player choices, like something you'd find in The Witcher or Dragon Age, as well as something like Fallout New Vegas. This is going to dramatically enhance the feeling of the game as a true-to-form RPG. In my video on mods that enhance the replayability of Skyrim, I covered a mod which adds more player choice and new quests. I played through about 5 quests before reviewing the mod and was astounded by how much better the game felt. I can now imagine a game of Skyrim, but where in the main quest I have a heavy choice, like for example when entering the Thalmor embassy, choosing to kill a certain Aldmeri soldier that has a higher ranking than the others would result in the Thalmor being weakened and less of a Thalmor patrolling Skyrim. Or in the same quest, if I were to not kill a certain soldier, the rest of a Thalmor would have a higher amount of patrols around Skyrim. Or maybe they would send spies to Windhelm and end up stealing valuable information that will give the Empire an upper hand in the war. These are all hypothetical situations, mind you, and it's just something I've come up with, so obviously these won't be in the mod. But just the idea of something like this would be really cool to see. Improving factions is also something else that we will see throughout this mod project. As you guys saw, they gave us an example with the blades, but I will also love to see some changes to the College of Winterhold and especially the companions. Going back to the improved choices, I want the choice to not become a werewolf from the start, and that if I wanted to progress through the faction, I wouldn't have to go against my character's morals, that being if I didn't want to become a werewolf. It would also be cool to have new factions, like for example a faction to contest the companions, like being able to join the Silver Hand. I would find that so cool, and having a new, fresh perspective on the game would help. We also see things like module compatibility. I would assume with the clip from Skyhaven Temple in Bruma, that is obviously referring to Beyond Skyrim Bruma, and possibly being able to bring companions with you and have actual reactions to a game and the change in area. We also see Lucian, who is a fan favorite among all the companions from mods, just because of his personality, and it seems as if they are planning to implement him even into the base mod, but if not the base mod, then just compatibility for the quests that they have. They have stated in a Reddit post the essentials of the mod itself include an expanded third act, Dragonborn DLC integration with the main quest, more characterization for Alduin and Miraak, more Thalmor involvement to add a new perspective on Skyrim's political situation, Blades faction overhaul, more stuff to do on Blackreach, mostly new core cast, a focus on player agency, guild and side quest completion has a massive impact on the main quests, so say you were to use alternate starts and complete a lot of the side quests and factions and then choose to pursue the main quest, it would really have an impact. And finally, the last thing, a consistency with the vanilla game in terms of formatting and dialogue. The developers also stated that this mod is more like a large quest mod rather than a total overhaul like Skywind or Skyblivion, both of which I have covered in previous videos. Therefore, it does not take years to complete this mod project, and that the time and effort required for this mod is minimal when compared to these larger things. The modular nature of the project and the efficiency of working with vanilla content are both healthy indicators for swift development. This is going to bring us to the release date. Now, as you have already seen, the release date for this mod is in the year of 2021, which means that it is very close, and even if we see it in the final days of that year, it still is only a year away. This means in terms of large mod projects, this will be the first one to release, at least out of the ones I have covered so far. Oh, and by the way, it is coming to Xbox, so the comments I usually get asked about whether or not it will be on Xbox don't need to be asked this time. Well, that's pretty much going to do us for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A link to their website will be left in the description, along with links to their YouTube channel and their trailer. The next video is going to be either changing Skyrim to Morrowind, or changing Skyrim into Death Stranding, so be on the lookout for those. I will also be starting a new series based on one of my favorite content creators for Skyrim, that being Grainolf. He stopped uploading his Skyrim series, which consisted of top 5s, top 10s, and other stuff like that, so I'll be making top 5 videos as well as similar things to what he has done. But don't worry, I will be making my own videos original and true to myself, since I appreciate ingenuity, and in general, I have a deep respect for Grainolf and his video ideas, since he is so creative and just very outgoing and witty in his videos, I guess. So I'm definitely going to try to be my own self and not be like him, but the idea, like, in itself is what I want to take and bring aboard to, you know, spread to you guys. So that's basically it. So thank you guys all for watching. I will see you all later. Bye.